Let's get into my mini declutter pile. All of these products, with the exception of the beauty sponge, have gone off. These 3 products I've had for many years at this point, and I smell checked them at the end of the year, and they just weren't something I was comfortable using on my face anymore. These 2 liners from Marc Jacobs, I actually ordered in the spring Sephora VIB sale, and they came to me dry. I bought them because the girls from Beauty News had spoken highly of these liners, and when I saw them on sale, I was like, cool, I get to try them, and I don't have a purple liner, so this will be fun. And when they arrived, they were already totally dry. Like, that is why they were on sale. They were old stock. They came to me as old stock. I told myself for the year that I'm like, oh, I'll try to use them anyway, and as I was getting these 3 out, I'm like, these are basically unusable. I'm just going to throw them out and have a little declutter section of my empties. This sponge, it's so tiny, and I've just had it in my collection. I'm not going to use it for anything. I think it came with an e.l.f. kit that had other sponges in it. I'm not going to use it. It can go. Even though it doesn't take up much space, it doesn't need to take up any space. Now, one thing that I like to do when I have empties or declutters is make sure that I have something in my collection to replace it. All of these, it's really easy to have replacements because they're not color products. This, I just buy the same thing every time. I've shown you my new lotion. I have a conditioner and a primer that I love. I'm still going through toothbrushes. Don't need to worry about replacing any of these. But these are color products that I'm genuinely gonna miss. So I tried to go through my collection and find ways to dupe them out so that I don't go into a post declutter purchasing spree. I'm gonna go swatch my arm up with dupes and be right back. Okay, we are now filming in my bathroom because it has far better lighting for color comparison. These are my declutter items and their dupes all swatched out. Starting at the top, my top swatch is this e.l.f. item that I am decluttering because it got old. The swatch below it is my Tarte Quick Stick in Golden Bronze Luxe. I am super happy with this dupe, and I don't think I'm gonna miss this e.l.f. item at all. My second dupe set I had to get a bit creative for. This is for my Ulta Shiny Liquid Lipstick in the color Clay, which I checked, Ulta doesn't even make this formula anymore. I got it in a caboodle many years ago. I should have probably thrown this out a while ago, but it finally smelled off, so it's going. I had to get creative with this, and I duped it by combining 2 of the KVD lipsticks that just got released in a holiday pack in the colors Roll Breaker and Zine Queen. Now, on its own, I don't really love either of these. The red is a little bit too bright for me. The brown is a little too pale. It's not quite deep enough. It's not good. But if I layer the brown on top of the red, it's a pretty close color. And I've worn this side by side on my lips before, and my partner could not tell the difference between the colors. So I'm happy that I still have a way to achieve a nice brownie brick red color in my collection. Now, something I like to do with these Ulta sticks is turn them into blushes. I'm gonna go ahead and blend out these 2 swatches so you can see what each of the lipstick pairings looks like as blush. So you can see once I've blended them out that the color match isn't really that great anymore. The 2 lipsticks layered are far more sheer and lose their kind of brownie texture. Plus, it would just be a pain to try and layer 2 lipsticks as a blush, whereas like using this as a blush was super duper easy. So no successful dupe for that, which means I will be putting a brownie red blush on my to purchase list for 2022. This is really a nice fall color for me, so I don't need to purchase it anytime soon, but come the fall, if I purchase a brownie ready blush, don't be surprised. When trying to dupe the Ulta lipstick in the shade Magenta, which was in my project pan last year, I got through a lot of this as lipstick and blush, and if you would like to see it applied on me, there are plenty of videos on my channel there. I kind of fell in love with having a color like this in my collection, and for as much as I got close with my dupes, I didn't quite get there. The top swatch is that original color. The second swatch is this NYX NYX Lip Pencil in the color Fuchsia, which I specifically bought to go with this lipstick. And then I layered the e.l.f. lip lacquer in clear right over it. It's similar, but the tone isn't quite right. I love the tone and the opacity of my Ulta option, and if they still sold that formula, I would buy it, but the age of these lipsticks is kind of past. The final swatch is from this Bobbi Brown lip color in the shade Cali Rose. I would not normally purchase Bobbi Brown because they are not cruelty-free, but I did receive this as a gift from my partner's family for Christmas, so I'm gonna use it. As we can see, it's in the same color family, but the opacity just isn't quite there. But once we look at blush options, the top swatch is the Ulta, the next swatch is the Bobbi Brown, and the Bobbi Brown is way similar when I blend them out as a cream blush. So that's probably how I'll go through the Bobbi Brown lipstick. The color below the Bobbi Brown is from my e.l.f. X Christian Siriano palette. This beautiful magenta, which I do have pan in, and if you use a light hand, can become a quite nice pinky purpley blush. And finally, my Marc Jacobs liners. You can see in these swatches just how pitifully dry the liners were. They weren't that bad when they came to me, but over the year they just continued to dry, and I'm not gonna force myself to use that. So below the brown, we have the brown end of the Tarte Quick Stick in rose gold luster and brown, and you can see it's a far more smooth, opaque application of a brown liner. It means I have a brown liner. I don't need to purchase another one. The purple, on the other hand, I had a really hard time finding any kind of color match for. The two swatches are from my e.l.f. X J Kissa palette, and it's Sadie and Pretty Girl. You can see that the swatches don't really match the purple color, but also, how often do I wear purple eyeliner? Not often enough to justify another purchase, and definitely not often enough to try purchasing a fresh formula of the Marc Jacobs ever again. If you have a purple liner that you absolutely love and would like to recommend, send that over. I really hope that you enjoyed this video and seeing the dupes. It was really fun for me to put together. I love having swatch parties with myself, and if you want to see more content like that, please let me know. Also, if you enjoyed this content, please like and subscribe. YouTube word. I am a small channel, but I am here to engage with the community, so please talk back. I'm spoonful of makeup. I do want to remind you not to eat makeup, but I do hope that a little bit of makeup makes for a more delightful day. Thanks. Bye.